Well, hey everybody, welcome to Simply Felicity, the video portion of my podcast with Stacey Montgomery from Stacey M Design Incorporated. Thanks for being with me again.
Thank you for having me.
So, as promised to my listeners, you guys are going to get to see the awesome, cool products that we talked about. So, first products are right there behind her. I see the first one, we've got a fall motif. Thank you, Vanna.
Right? Here's a couple of the books.
Yes.
What are your big dreams? And my first one is What's Your Superpower? But altogether, I have six.
Six awesome books. And what are some of the retailers that they're in?
In Aurora, Wigwood House, in Carol Stream, Entree Kitchen, in Geneva, Harvey's Tales, in Naperville, Anderson's Bookshop.
Wow, that's fantastic. So
Yeah,
exciting. And helping the bookstores stay alive as well because it's
exactly.
hard
You
for
know,
them.
a lot of bookstores in the past 10, 15 years, 20 years have closed, but there are some which are opening. Harvey's Tales just celebrated its first anniversary.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and Anderson's appears to be, it's like a Naperville institution. It gets a lot of big name authors coming through. So yeah, I'm all for supporting local, and I'm glad that they are supporting me.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And as I had mentioned on the podcast, I just think that, or actually, I said it this morning in our attempt at a live video. You guys can see me, but I think that Stacey's characters are the cutest but most empowering characters that you will find, and it's just so exciting. And I think when you see these things, I believe that you'll agree with me. I also want to mention, I just saw on Facebook, because we see a lot of children in your work, but I saw
Yes,
that you did design some business
right.
name tags.
Some name badges, little
Yes.
name tags that we like to wear at networking meetings, at
Yeah.
events. And so one of my customers asked me if I would create name badges for her and her staff that had little images of each one of them. So I've delivered them. So I don't have one to show you.
Right.
Your little
But
standard.
people can go to your Facebook page.
Exactly. Go to my Facebook page. You'll see them there. It's on my Instagram page as well. So yeah,
A lot of adults are whimsical as well, and so
exactly.
if that's your flavor or for your company, I just had to throw that out there because they were
Yeah.
absolutely adorable, and totally worth everyone looking at. So, but more things for empowering your students. What other goodies do you have to show us?
Well, I have some T-shirts.
Oh yes,
One is I can do hard things.
that's
It's
Felicity's favorite.
image is from What Are Your Big Dreams? So what I like to do is use images from the books because the books are kind of like my the main focus of my business. But I take some of those images and I put them on other products like this T-shirt, and I also have a print that goes along with the same image.
Oh, nice. So something the kids can hang on their wall as well.
Exactly. And my girl power mugs, I use this one for my pen holder. But it's
Look
a
how
little Supergirl,
cool.
all kinds of empowering words, and it comes with different Supergirls. So I have different skin tones, different hair colors. Yeah, so it's just about I think 8 different versions of this.
Oh, I absolutely love that. And do you name these characters? Some of them I feel like I've
Yes,
seen a couple.
this
So
is
who
Trina.
was it?
Trina. She was the first character that I drew, and Trina is my sister's name. So
Oh, cool.
my sister did, back when we were little kids. So that's Trina.
How fun.
This
How long
is
have
this is
you,
Erica.
and that's Erica, and who's the guy on the Big Dreams? Or is it, it's a guy,
Um,
right? Okay.
gosh, her name escapes me, but she is.
Oh, it's a
Um,
girl, sorry.
this is Haley, and this is Morgan.
Very cool.
And I can't remember her name, but yes, all my characters have names.
Which hopefully you have written down somewhere else.
I do. I
Okay,
do.
you can look her up later.
Exactly.
How long have you been drawing? Have you been an artist all your life, Stacey?
Well, I've loved to draw all my life, all of my life. I've always liked to doodle, draw, artwork, different types of artwork. I created the first character for what has now become my kind of like trademark characters. It's about 20 years ago is when I first drew Trina. And she's kind of changed over time. One of these days, I'm going to do a post of like how Trina has evolved over
Oh,
the
that would be so fun.
years. But yeah, I've been doing it for quite a while. I love drawing little cute things.
And you know, I might just add to this post for on Facebook a couple pictures because Michaela still has her lunchbox
Oh yeah, yeah,
and her
yeah.
journal, and of course the name of those are Michaela. So whatever you
Right.
see on
Exactly.
the shows, like the names are, and it just always gave her a lot of pride to have her own
Right.
personalized lunchbox and
And
everything.
journal, she I think 2 journals she had, or at least one. Hard
Yes, yes,
journals, yes.
yes, she absolutely did, and loved them. So, you know, thank you for enriching our home. Ooh, I could wait. I have to bring out something real quick. I mean, it at least shows the characters. Now, I'm not trying to get Stacey having to make a whole bunch of different products again. I know that's like going backward, but this is the visual portion. So I just,
Okay.
and you know, it's not a bad thing to be reminded to pray before you.
Yes. Placemats. That is Chloe. And
Chloe.
yes, I had a line of Grace placemats. So each
Yes.
really different Grace.
And is
And
this Trina again?
I'm sorry?
Is this Trina again?
No, that's Chloe.
Oh, oh, okay, different
Well,
skin.
oh, yes. So yes, Chloe has slightly different skin tone and hair color than, yeah, that was Trina. I'm sorry.
Got it. Ah, cool, cool. And who's this guy?
That is Harold.
Harold. Oh, for your husband, right?
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
I have another little boy character who is Isaiah, which is the name of my son.
Right, of course. These are like prized possessions here. We absolutely love. It's like bringing out the good china. No,
Yeah.
we love eating on them, and of course, my daughter and I will switch off, but he always has to have.
Right.
Harold. But you know, the back are really beautiful too. I just thought I would mention, like,
Yeah, yes. I like to have patterns on the back to come
yeah, if you want something
from.
different to look at it.
Yes. And you must have had those for about 4 or 5 years.
Probably, yeah, as long as I've known you. I was like,
Yeah.
gotta have the
They are
placemat.
durable and they clean easily. So yes, I'm glad that, they are.
Old school Stacey M. The collector's items, folks. So
Yes.
thinking long term about your Christmas gifts as we
Oh, that's
come
so
up. But
great.
definitely just want to again pub though that the main focus of your business, you've been helping schools and groups, and there's a homeschool group that you do. Again, all this
Yes.
is on the podcast, but I just want to mention, like, those are the different people that you're trying to connect with, leaders of those kind of groups, so that you can provide these books and get these journals into the hands of kids and get them thinking forward about their big dreams. I think that this is just an awesome answer to all the sort of bullying awareness campaigns that
Mm-hmm.
happened many years ago. it's like, okay, we're aware now. Now what do we do? And as kids, I think as kids take ownership of their own uniqueness, it makes them less prone to the effects of bullying, you know, because
Exactly.
they're loving themselves.
Exactly. Exactly. I agree.
And I know, like, you can't affect um, the behavior of others directly. You can't control other people. But, you know, there's something about a confident kid. I mean, it doesn't really attract that type of person, you know, and
Correct. And a confident kid, an empowered kid is less likely to engage in those negative bullying type behaviors. So, I
oh
mean,
yeah, that's true.
research shows that bullies are typically have some of their own issues that they have not been effectively addressed.
Of course, that's true
So,
too. Not just the kids being bullied. I love that.
exactly.
Let's think about the kids that are doing this bullying as well. And
Mhm.
you know, another way of kind of taking a look at the crises and the things that happen with some of the mass shootings and stuff like that. I mean, these are all, you know, kids that generally had some issues.
Right. A lot of them, afterwards stories come out, a lot of them, were bullied. And yeah, it's absolutely no excuse, but if we can just start doing things which really address, which empower kids early. And I know there are a lot of resources out of there. A lot of schools have implemented different things. Social emotional learning is is becoming required in schools across the country. But we have to keep it up. We have to do more, and it has to be consistent. And I what I what I talk to people, what I say a lot is that kids who have, I would say like IEPs, diagnoses and things like that, they're getting this material because there is a great concern about them fitting in and embracing their differences and their confidence level. So all kinds of implemented for those kids. They have social groups, all of this. But less is done for everybody else, all of the rest of the school
Mm,
population.
mm,
And so we need to address everybody, teach everybody, encourage everybody.
right.
So I'm
Otherwise, yeah, they're
on
more.
and on and on about this.
Ah, I know.
I'm about to go on. So I'm gonna stop myself, not take over. But yeah, it's just something which I'm passionate about it because it is so needed.
It
And
is.
I'm glad that I am, able to work with the kids I work with. I'm looking forward to working with more. I'm excited that next week I'm going to meet with a principal of an elementary school across the way in Naperville, and in Naperville, 203 school district. I'm excited about that, because I want to engage more and more kids, engage more and more schools, really, with what I do.
And having those journals and having the various products does make something ongoing where the messaging keeps kind of speaking to them even after the
Exactly.
assembly. So
Right.
I do think that you've made a case for why your unique approach has a place, you know, in the marketplace. Again, something, if it's something cool, something the kids identify with, something they think is neat, then they'll keep it around, they'll keep looking at it.
Right. It's right. They will become engaged. Yes. Um, yes. I try to kind of balance that. I want something, that kids will be immediately attracted to. So I have the superheroes. I use that theme. I also use bright colors. I use cute illustrations or age appropriate illustrations. And so I want to engage kids, but at the same time, I have a strong belief in journaling, in the power of reflection. True learning cannot happen unless there's true reflection. So that's why writing is important,
Mm.
because that is a great way to encourage self-reflection. So that I balance it. I want it to be fun and attractive to kids, but when it comes down to it and they open it, they're going to have to read and think and write.
I love that. Attractive enough to open that book.
Right.
Get in there. Well, I love it. Again, thank you for all you do. Thank you for making
You're
sure
welcome.
that I just had a visual component so that people could access and see and be encouraged to go to that website. Can you tell me the website again?
StaceyMDesign.com. That's Stacey with an EY, M and design.com.
Awesome. So you can go there. You can also go to that same thing on Facebook.
Yes.
She's got her business
And
page.
Instagram as well.
And Instagram, see all she's up to.
LinkedIn too. So.
I was going to say, I think you're on LinkedIn as well.
Right, under Stacey Montgomery, yes.
Stacey Montgomery.
Yes.
You've got everything you need, y'all. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.